How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store just kicked off its, I already forgot the name, the Multiverse of Games sale. My apology, but the names are getting this crazy. It's hard to keep up with everything. The Multiverse of Games sale. We got some historic low prices on a lot of the games as a part of this sale. Some pretty good stuff, all in all, as far as the deals are concerned. And these are the deals that on the games that they've never been any cheaper. But as I always say, just because they've never been any cheaper so far doesn't mean they can't go cheaper in the future. And a lot of these games will absolutely be going cheaper in the future. But these videos seem to be some of the best received deal style videos that we do, the historic low prices. It gives you an opportunity to follow up with some of the major games and even lower key games and where they're settling at from a price point standpoint. So let's get right into it and let's kick things off with Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, 40% off for $42. I actually saw somebody in the comments section say they just picked it up for 42 bucks, and then I was like, wait a second. $42 right now? That sounds like a historic low price. And then I look into it, it is a historic low price. I love Space Marine 2. I thought it was a great game. I played it right when it came out. Had such a great time with it. What I say about Space Marine 2 is that, to me, it really harkens back to like the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era of over-the-top action shooters. To me, it's reminiscent of like Gears of War 2, like that era of shooters, which I think is still, and maybe it's nostalgia bias, I think that is not only the peak of those shooters, I think that's the peak of gaming. And again, a lot of that to me is nostalgia, but Space Marine 2 I think calls back to that so much. Yes, I know there was the criticism over the campaign being fairly short, but if you look at, you know, shooters with a multiplayer emphasis, like 8 to 10 hour campaigns have been the norm for so long, and I feel like there's some replayability in Space Marine 2. There's you know, replayability with the PvE, PvP. They're continually adding content to the game. Yes, are there some cosmetic DLCs? Yeah, but it's not like there's an in-game microtransaction store or anything like that. Overall, I think the game's great. $42 I think is a great pickup. And at this price point, you're also getting a game that is, you know, going to get continually updated throughout the rest of 2025 and maybe even into 2026. And who knows how long they're going to update this game for. But there's a lot to sink your teeth into. And we know that Space Marine 3 is in development, which is awesome. It took how many years? 13, 14 years to get Space Marine 2 to come out. I think Space Marine 3 will not take 13 to 14 years. Maybe it'll take 5 or 6, but it won't take 13 or 14. With that being said, $42 on that. Great deal there. Next up, we got Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, 45% off for $33. Now, I was not crazy about this game. I did really like aspects of the game. I thought the ambiance and the mature tone, was really great. Not a big fan of a lot of the other elements. The overall narrative structure I wasn't crazy about, and even a lot of the gameplay elements, it just didn't do it for me. You know, SMT5 did initially come out on the Nintendo Switch, so don't expect a blow-away game from a visual standpoint, but SMT's never really going to be that anyway. And if you like your demon collecting game, and it can get pretty freaking challenging at the higher difficulties, it's going to be something you'll probably end up enjoying. I think $33 is a good price point for it, but yeah, I just didn't get into it as much as a lot of other people, but that was probably more of a me problem than anything. Next up, Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree. This game got a lot of buzz when it initially came out, and it only just came out, and the gaming industry, it just moves so fast these days that a game comes out and then it's like on to the next one, but received really well, and the reviews were rather strong. From a visual and aesthetic standpoint, it really reminds me of like a Vanillaware game, and that's like, from a visual standpoint, some of the best compliments that I can give for a game. It's only 20% off. Again, it just came out literally a month ago, so it's a decent little discount for a game that just came out. Slay your way in Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree, an epic action RPG in a dark fantasy world. Battle monsters, master 6 unique classes, craft hundreds of useful items, and explore the secrets of an expansive, interconnected world. So again, pretty solid reception. 2.1k reviews on PSN and a 4.42 on that. So $32, gotta go back and definitely give that a playthrough. This game came out around the time of a couple of other games coming out, and I have been trying to just this year, I'm not trying to play absolutely every game that comes out. I've already had to skip a few games this year. Mandragora is one of those ones that I want to circle back to and play through entirely, but we'll see when that happens. Next up, Trials Rising, 80% off for $3.99. I mean, Trials is a franchise that's been around for so long, and for $3.99, feel like this is a pretty damn good pickup. Explore over-the-top action and physics-spending motorcycle racing in the latest entry in the Trials franchise with over 125 new tracks. Rising is easy to pick up and play, challenging to master, and offers the best best multiplayer racing experience ever. Experience the most challenging tracks around the world, from the Great Wall of China to the Eiffel Tower. Test your friendships with the new tandem mode that allows 2 players to control one bike. Hilarity is guaranteed, and create and share unique levels in Track Central with over 8,000 items available. $3.99 for Trials Rising. Next up, Sherlock Holmes The Essential Bundle. That's on sale as well. You get a lot here. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment, and The Devil's Daughter, all for $7.99. Devil's Daughter does have a great discount standalone for $3.19, but 3 games for $8. Definitely a good pickup here if you're looking for more narrative-driven titles. You know, these games aren't going to be super action-heavy or anything like that, but detective, mystery, narrative-driven games, they're going to be up your alley if you're into that. $7.99, I think that's a pretty good bundle deal there. Speaking of bundles, Valiant Hearts The Collection is $9.99. This includes Valiant Hearts The Great War and Coming Home, the follow-up title as well. Live the entire story of the Valiant Hearts through the entirety of World War I with the acclaimed Valiant Hearts The Great War and its sequel, Coming Home. Great War has you enroll in one of the deadliest conflicts of the 20th century. Follow the events of the war with the touching stories of characters such as Emil, a humble farmer, Carl, a German residing in France and enrolled into the German army, and Freddie, an American seeking revenge, and Anna, a courageous nurse looking for her father. Coming Home has you find both old and new faces. Play again as Anna, the nurse desperate to save as many lives as she can, but also meet new characters. Follow James, a brother of Freddy, as he seeks the recognition he is denied in America. George, a mysterious pilot, always ready to accomplish the mission, or Gentle, Ernst, a diver trapped in the conflict as he is enrolled in the German Navy. That's available for $9.99. Next up, we have The Cub, 55% off for $6.74, and plus subscribers will get an additional 5% off at $5.99. Challenging platform parkour inspired by classic Sega games of the 90s, The Jungle Book, Aladdin, Lion King, but with modern twists and ideas. Platform parkour through the remains of humanity, outwit evolved wildlife and dangerous hybrid flora. Crack environmental puzzles that keep you guessing and stay one step ahead of the wicked humans who are pursuing you in a twisted apocalyptic safari hunt. That is available at a new low price, $6.74 and $5.99 for plus subscribers as well. Next up, we got Tales of Iron 1 and 2 the bundle. Tales of Iron 2 is a relatively recent release, $22.49 for the bundle there. Experience both of the titles. They can be pretty challenging action titles. Tales of Iron 1 was a PlayStation Plus game, so a lot of you guys might have it that way, but both games for $22.49, they're a pretty decent pickup for sure. Dragon Ball FighterZ the Legendary Edition is 75% off for $27.49. That is a brand new low price for that. The Legendary Edition includes the base game, Fighters Pass 1, Fighters Pass 2, Fighters Pass 3, Android 21, and Android 21. Unlock the lab code, I should say, Android 21, and you'll get commentator voice packs and additional bonus content as well. A lot of additional characters with the Fighters Pass, a lot of great ones there for sure, so $27.49 on that. Tetris Forever, $24.49 on this, 30% off. A relatively recent release, came out back in November of last year. Unraveled after 4 decades, Tetris Forever celebrates the original genre-inspiring puzzle game that escaped from behind the Iron Curtain onto the world stage and onto our cultural consciousness. More than 15 playable classic games from the series' history are featured, including many released for the first time outside of Japan. Battle your friends in multiplayers, cult favorites Tetris Battle Garden, create massive explosions and clear lines in Super Bombless, and see where it all began in 1984 with an accurate recreation of the first version of Tetris. Tetris Forever is available for $24.49. We got Citizen Sleeper, the Helion Collection, $23.19 on this. This gets you Citizen Sleeper and Citizen Sleeper 2. More decision-based, narrative-driven game. If you're into tabletop RPGs, it's going to be up your alley there, but $23 for both Citizen Sleeper 1 and 2. The Plucky Squire, which was a Day 1 Plus Extra game. When did it drop on Plus Extra? September of last year, so, you know, 4 months from now, it's going to get pulled from Plus Extra. The Plucky Squire follows the magical adventures of Jot and his friends, storybook characters who discover a 3-dimensional world outside the pages of their book. When the malevolent Humgrub realizes he's the villain of the book, destined to lose his battle against the forces of good for all eternity, he kicks the heroic Jot out of its pages and changes the story forever. Jot must face challenges unlike anything he's ever seen if he is to save his friends from Humgrub's dark forces and restore the book's happy ending. Jump between 2D and 3D worlds in this charming action adventure, solving puzzles, boxing badgers, flying with a jetpack, and enjoying many more delightful and surprising mini challenges as you become the hero of a living storybook. The Plucky Squire, 30% off for $21. Next up, we got Wildermyth Console Edition, only 15% off, but this did also just drop back in October of 24. Received really well on PC, a character-driven tactical RPG where your choices shape the destiny of your heroes. Lead a band of unique heroes as they evolve from humble beginnings to legendary warriors in a rich 2D fantasy world with procedural storytelling, dynamic character development, and strategic combat. Wildermyth offers endless replayability and the opportunity to create your own legendary tales. Flintlock Deluxe Edition, 75% off for $11.24. This game got quite the reaction when it came out. It's an action Souls-like title. I wasn't crazy about it. I played it right when it dropped, and there's so much competition in this genre that if you're just a mid-level game, I just feel like that's going to be hard for you to gain a lot of traction. And ultimately, it didn't do very well from a commercial standpoint either, but now it is fairly cheap, so if you want to check it out, that Deluxe Edition is available for $11.24. And lastly, Jusant, 60% off for $9.99. It was received really well. It's from Don't Nod Entertainment, the people that brought you Life is Strange, a brand new action puzzle, a climbing game, and a meditative journey to the top of a tall tower. If you want something a little bit more on the relaxing side, you might find that here with Jusant at $9.99. But that is going to do it for me. Again, these are historic low prices for these games, and this isn't everything. This doesn't really cover the indie sale that's going on right now as well. So that has a lot of deals available at low prices. But again, links to all of these as always in the description box below. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.